Input, step, product. On the input side, of course, we have operational priorities, service standards, workload constraints. But also, we must ask ourselves what our initial assumptions are. Because without an honest assessment of those criteria, no efficient management structure can be designed. Also, most important, step 4, where with our operational priorities input and our long list of feasible options, we review standards and remunerate feasible partitions.
Will there be an interpreter next time, sir?
Seemed perfectly clear to me, Derek. Service is top-heavy. We need to look at our functions.
Well, we could start by taking a look at him back there. How much does he get paid for making the obvious unintelligible? There's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. There has to be, doesn't there?
How's that?
Well, otherwise the Indians wouldn't have anything to look forward to. Promotion's the only reward the job has to offer.
Well, you don't sound very rewarded, Derek. To be perfectly frank, you never have done.
Well, it's like that throughout the service, isn't it, sir? With a red-hot PC, brilliant on the street, what do? They promote you.
Better than being disciplined, I would have thought.
And they carry on promoting you until they find something you're completely useless at. Then, one cock-up too many and they retire you early on a full pension. It's crazy.
You're telling me you'd rather be a constable back on the beat, are you?
To be honest, I would, sir, yes. You on the area car, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Well, you got a passenger.
Oh, yeah? Who's that, sir?
Me. Be with you in a minute.
Where to, sir?
Anywhere you like.
Come in.
DC Wood, sir.
Alan, welcome aboard.
It's good to be here, sir.
Keep telling myself that. I'm not so sure yet. Take your seats.
Sir.
You know about Scannell CID, do you? Used to be run by the DI. Now it's run by me.
Sounds a reasonable arrangement, sir.
Good. Now, as you're probably aware, you're filling a gap created by a transfer out. No disrespect to the officer concerned, but I hope that when you move on, you leave a great gaping hole. In other words, I'm looking for energy and commitments. Is that okay by you?
Oh, absolutely, sir. As long as I get Wednesdays off for sport. That was a joke, sir.
Thanks, Tony. It's only a whim. I am allowed, you know.
Yeah, of course, sir. Nice to have you on board.
Bob, this is Sergeant Bob Cryer. Anything you want to know about Sunhill, you ask Bob.
Who's this, the auditor?
Alan Woods, our new detective constable.
Oh, Sergeant.
Hello. Oh, yeah, you're the bloke that plays rugby, yeah?
Well, I do my best. I'm more into coaching now, but I still play a bit.
What position?
Flanker.
Oh, we should do well with our CID, then. But I can't offer you a cup of tea and a biscuit. Chief Inspector Conway's on the street. No villain is safe. I'll speak with you again, Alan.
What's the crumpet like round here?
Sir?
When I was your age, I used to park up the RT car by the local tube station of a morning. Watch the dolly birds going to work. Miniskirts, hot pants. You ever do that?
Us, sir? No, sir. No, nothing like that.
I'm off out, Gov. Witness statements on the cash point muggings.
Right, I tell you what, Jim, could you take Alan with you? Show him the ground.
Sure.
I'll catch you later, Alan.
Right.
Well, you've hardly transferred into the big time, mate. 50 quid a go, most of these muggings.
No problem. I always work on the widow's mite principle.
Might what? So what's the attraction of Sunhill? Do you live over this way, then?
I will do from next week. New wife, fresh start.
So you're married, then?
Is that all right?
No, divorced is more common here.
Yeah, well, I've done that as well. You?
Nah, neither.
Married to the job, eh?
Who says?
You've got the look.
What look?
Dedicated.
Well, if this is the best you can do crime-wise, I think I'll go walkies for a bit.
You sure, sir?
Look, just because I drive a desk doesn't mean I've lost the use of my legs. There you go. Drop me just by the market there.
Sir?
See you later, lads.
Yes, sir. Quick before he changes his mind.
Conway.
Please get someone down as soon as you can. Oh, hang on, no, it's all right, forget it. One of them's just arrived, yeah. The police, yes, thanks.
What happened then, love?
Some yobs just chucked this through me window.
And is it stolen then?
No, I don't think so. He just slung it and went on his way. Stoned out of his brain. Drink, drugs, I don't know. Oh, look at me figurines.
What did he look like, love?
He had a plaster cast.
You what?
No, on his arm.
Oh, plaster cast, yeah.
Silly old fool. Won't catch me out in the streets when I'm Chief Inspector.
No, expect they'll catch you before then, Sarge.
Sierra Oscar from 5-4.
Hello, here we go.
Sierra Oscar receiving, sir.
Criminal damage on Hooley Street. Suspect IC1, aged about 20. Medium height, long, fair hair. Jeans, maroon cord jacket with sleeveless denim top. Neck chain. Plaster cast on his left arm. He was last seen heading towards Beckinsale Place.
Received, sir. Any units in vicinity of Hooley?
Sierra Oscar from 5-4, I found him. He looks completely ratty. Transport, please. All right, son, that's enough. I said that's enough.
The van's on its way back from Barton Street. Send that. A treat for George and Steve.
Cheers, lads. If you could just take him back to the station to sober up, I'll interview him later. I'm just going to inform the shop owner and make arrangements for a statement. See you later. That's it.
Come on, son. Up you get.
We've nicked him, Mrs. Harvey.
Good. Hope you broke his other arm. I should have done this half an hour ago. I would have done, if my excuse for her husband hadn't been late. I only come in to do a bit of tidying up.
We will need a written statement, of course.
When?
As soon as you like.
Well, you were supposed to be going away this evening. It's a good start to a holiday, isn't it?
Well, you just pop by the station when you've finished up. It'll only take 5 minutes. Just ask for Chief Inspector Conway.
Right. That's the one-armed drunks taken care of. Wonder what he'll go for next. One-legged grab and fleas.
Sarge, there's a 999 call coming up. Armed robbery in progress.
Allied Mutual Building Society, 59 Woad Street. Armed robbery in progress. Believed only one suspect.
Sierra Oscar 2's ETA, 3 minutes.
Dream on?
Rubbish, take a left into Pampas Road. You come up to Wone Street from the back.
What about matey?
Ditch him.
How can we ditch him? He's Conway's.
Well, bring him then.
Sierra Oscar from DC Carver. Look, we're around the corner in the high road. ETA Building Society, 1 minute.
You got Alan Woods with you?
Yes.
Well, go steady. Don't want to use him up on his first day.
Do as a nice man says, Jim, OK?
You can get out if you like.
No, it's just about this shot new for Sun Hill. Won't look so nice with holes in it.
Police! Is anybody hurt?
No, we're all right.
You went down Kenley Road, mate.
You want me to drive?
All units from DC Carver. Robbery suspect possibly wearing a navy jacket and riding a moped. Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 2. We almost went through a possible suspect less than a minute ago. Junction of Pampas and Vizier Roads, heading east.
Oh, excuse me, love. Did you notice a moped parked outside your house just now?
No. A dark blue jacket, green trousers, a blue crash helmet, green balaclava.
Red scarf.
Red scarf. It should be all on the video.
Gloves?
Black, I think.
And the weapon?
Some sort of pistol. I don't know. He was holding it in a carrier bag.
Oi. You just dump this in my garden.
Sorry, mate.
There's a bin up the road. Use it.
Mr. Conway's prisoner, Sarge. All yours. We're meant to be hunting footfoots.
I've got the security video. The estimate, about £1,000 stolen. Cash.
Where's Carver?
Interviewing the cashier. She was a wee bit distraught earlier.
So the theory is the hammer was hidden in the carrier bag to represent a firearm?
Yes, sir.
So, Vic, what villains do we know ride a moped?
I never saw him come in. I was serving a customer. Next thing, there's this bag with a gun inside it being pushed in my face. I thought it was a gun. Did really.
Yeah. It's all right, Elaine. It's all over now.
But giving away all that money for nothing. Stupid. It's not stupid. No one's blaming you. We wouldn't want you to do anything else.
You did the right thing, love. Honestly.
But I didn't know it wasn't really a gun. I had to give him the money. I had to. Sorry.
Sorry, Jim. Socko's here. Can she have a look at the hammer and the carrier bag?
Is that okay?
Yes, that's terrific.
All right if I go then?
Yes, sure. Thanks for your help. Have a nice holiday.
Yeah, I will. Thinking of all the mess to clear up when I get back. Make sure you nail the little oik to the floor.
Well, we'll do our best. Bye-bye.
Sir, your man's come round. His name's Deacon. Duty solicitor's with him now.
Oh, yeah? Who is he?
Michael Ash.
No sweat.
I'll just be a moment, all right? Look, I'm just going to run her home. She's too upset. We can speak to her again tomorrow.
Excuse me, Jim. Did you have a look at this? In the gusset at the bottom of the bag, till receipt. Shop name looks like RL Hardware.
Right there, Mr. Deacon.
Before we get into heavy interrogation, Chief Inspector, could I just say that my client admits to being drunk and disorderly, but denies the criminal damage?
On the grounds that he can't remember it. You were arrested yards away from the premises in question, Mr. Deacon. And you fit the description given by the complainant to a T. She even remembers your neck chain.
Oh, come on. Lots of young men wear neck chains, Mr. Conway.
Aged about 20.
I'm only 19.
5'8" to 5'9" tall, thin build, marked complexion, long fair hair. Dark jeans, ripped. Maroon cord jacket, denim top. Plaster cast on left arm.
Left arm, Chief Inspector?
Correct.
Hold up your left arm, Trevor. Now hold up your right. I'd say we have a case for disputing the identification evidence. And I would ask that my client be given an opportunity for an identification parade.
Ash is quite in pace at me.
He always does.
He wants an identification parade in accordance with Code D, paragraph 2.
It's your lad with the plaster cast on his arm?
On his right arm, not his left as stated. Where am I supposed to find 8 people with their arms in plaster?
Well, you could always send out snatch squads to the local hospitals.
Just tell him that a parade isn't practical. Inspector Munro won't quibble with that.
Oh, well, strictly speaking, that's not correct. Though you could have a parade if the participants were only visible from the chest upwards.
I suppose so. What I did when I had a case like this before was I brought in 8 volunteers and broke their arms.
Excuse me. Good afternoon, sir. Police. Can we have a word?
Sure. Come in.
Are you the proprietor?
Yes, Ramesh Lal.
We're trying to trace someone who may have called into your shop 2 days ago, Mr. Lal. He purchased goods to the value of £20.49. Now, would a sale of that amount ring any bells?
We make many sales of £20. It's a busy shop.
He may have had a moped.
An identification parade under para 2 of the code would not be practicable. Nor, obviously, for the same reason, would a group identification under 2.6 of the code. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So, what you do is you go straight for it and call his bluff. Because what we can do is under para 213, we can arrange a confrontation of the suspect by the witness. So you get hold of Mrs. Harvey, get her in here, and get her to point the finger. No argument.
She's gone.
But you've got an address.
Bangkok.
Oh. Well, we'll sort something out when she gets back.
I'll forget it. Stick him on for the D&D. Drop that as well, if you like. Give him a commendation for it, like it. I don't want anything more to do with it.
Sierra Oscar from Martella. Receiving the RL hardware seems to be a blowout. Could you inform the DCI, please?
You know, if you'd knocked our man off when he came round that corner, you'd be a hero now, you know.
I think it might have been a woman, you know. Something about the feet.
John.
Sir.
Oh, I hear a rumour that Chief Inspector Conway's made an arrest.
Yes, sir. D&D plus criminal damage. Well, alleged criminal damage. Good bit of positive policing, sir.
Well, maybe it's something that I should be doing as well. When my workload eases, of course.
Certainly did wonders for morale, sir.
Good.
Well, I have to say, if that's a woman, you can rule me out a blind date.
Yeah, but a moped's more a woman's form of transport than a man's, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Personally, I'd rather have a two-wheel Skoda.
What about the shoes, though? That's the point.
Yeah, well... Yeah, well, they're definitely not trainers, are they? And they're more the kind of thing my mum wears. Sort of naff and pointy.
Made some progress on the Building Society raid, sir. Oh, yeah. Garfield's had a brainwave.
So I hear. Better promote him, quick.
Oh, I shouldn't worry about Deacon, sir. He, seemed harmless enough.
Mr. Lal?
Yes?
Oh, hi. It's us again, Mr. Lal. Sorry to be a nuisance. Can we ask you to think again about 2 days ago?
Sure, I'd like to help.
Only we now believe the person we're trying to trace may be a woman. You see, I take your point that £20 is not an unusual amount. Not quite so common for a woman, maybe, eh? In a shop like this. Can you think of a woman who bought an expensive item a couple of days ago or made a bulk purchase of some kind?
Mrs. Pate?
Who's Mrs. Pate, sir?
I can't remember if she came in the day before yesterday. But she's a regular customer, buys all her household supplies here. We always knock a little bit off the bill for her,
Think,
you know.
please, was she in the shop 2 days ago?
But Mrs. Pate is a nice lady.
Well, there's only one D Pate in the local book, and that's a 34 Wassell Road. Yeah, fine, but I want to be in on the interview.
Jim, robbery squad have been informed. They're going to leave it with us for the moment.
Oh, because there wasn't actually a gun?
Well, they're staking out a cash and carry this afternoon in South London, expecting a gang of 5 all carrying sawn-offs. So what would your priority be?
Good afternoon, madam. Mrs. Dorothy Pate?
Yes?
I'm Detective Constable Martella from Sunhill Police, and this is Detective Constable Woods. Could you spare us a few minutes?
Why?
We're investigating an incident at the Allied Mutual Building Society in Wome Street this afternoon.
So?
So may we come in, please, madam?
Thanks.
I won't invite you to sit down. I have to go out shortly.
Meals on Wheels?
An unofficial version, yes.
Well, like I say, Mrs. Pate, we're investigating an incident at the Allied Mutual Building Society, and it would be very helpful to us if you could tell us where you were at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Upstairs, vacuuming.
Is there anybody else in that could confirm that?
I'm not in the habit of needing my statements confirmed.
Do you ever use the Allied Mutual Building Society?
No, I don't.
Mrs. Pate, the person involved in the incident was wearing a pair of shoes like those in there and a blue coat like the one in the hallway. So can we take him away for forensic examination?
Forensic examination? I really don't think we need bother with that. How did you get here so quickly? Oh, the carrier bag, I suppose. I simply didn't know what to do with it. Didn't have time to get rid of it. Couldn't ride holding it. As you can see, I'm no expert. I presume you'd rather do this down at the police station.
We got a body for that building society job.
Oh, yeah? Well done, CID.
You don't fancy being in the interview, do you?
Me? Why?
Well, I don't know. I just thought you might like to chance your arm again.
Well, you've declined legal representation, Mrs. Pate, but I must remind you, you're still under caution.
Yes, well, I have to be at Mrs. Hetherington's by 6:30. She relies on me. All my old people rely on me.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't guarantee you'll be away by then.
Why have I not? I'm not a criminal.
You've just been arrested for stealing £1,125 from a building society.
And I've admitted it. So why can't I be bailed straight away? I don't see what all the fuss is about. What else do you want me to say? I wrapped a scarf round my face, I held a hammer inside a carrier bag so they'd think I had a gun, and I gave them a note asking for money.
Not them, Mrs. Pate. No armed robber asks them for money. It's always a particular human being.
But it wasn't a real gun. I had no intention of hurting the stupid girl.
She assumed you were willing and able to blow her head off. I mean, that's the point of armed robbery, isn't it? To put them in fear of their lives. I mean, whether it's a sawn-off shotgun or a stick of wood in a plastic bag, but it doesn't really matter. There's no difference, is there? Either in law or in fact. That young cashier could be in trauma for months.
Trauma? When I was her age, the word hadn't been invented. You just pulled yourself together and got on with life.
Why did you do it, love?
I've always believed in forthright action and in practical help.
Oh, so you helped yourself?
The money wasn't for me, it was for my old people.
What?
For the old people that I clean for, that I cook for, that I take to the clinic, take on outings, try to provide a life for. I mean, all over the borough, facilities are being closed, funds withdrawn. I can only do so much from my own resources. I've applied to local banks and building societies for sponsorship. How much? What have they got in their reserves? Millions. And what are they prepared to offer? Nothing. Nobody cares. Well, don't care was made to care. That's what I was always taught.
I hope she gets 5 years.
Ach, away. She'll get 18 months suspended and a nice spread in a local rag. And we'll pay it Robin Hood. You provide a burning sense of justice, Jim. I'll provide a sense of proportion. I think we could make a good team. Thank you, sir.
All right, Jim. Yes, sir. Confession, corroborative evidence, no problems.
And Alan?
Yeah, fine. I just think you made a nice change from the game of rugby.
Oh. I thought you were enjoying the simple life downstairs, Derek.
Downstairs, upstairs. The job's not simple anyway, sir.
Quite. Money's better up here, though. At least you're not out on a limb.